Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be continuing watching the Genshin Impact Collect and Miscellany playlist. I've already made 2 other videos on it. We've watched about 20 videos, and I think there's 55 videos total so far. So today we'll probably watch another 10 or so and see how awesome they are. So with that being said, if you're new, don't forget to hit that sub button for more reaction content, please and thank you. And if you want to, you're more than welcome to come join me on Twitch. If you want to come hang out with me while I play some Genshin, I'll be sure to put my link in the description down below. And with all that being said, let's go and jump into it. Okay, the first one here is for Rinn Shogun.
The Rinn Shogun is not only an archon, but also a symbol. She is their superior leader who embodies eternal thunder and radiance. Her Excellency, the almighty Narukami Ogosho, a 1,000-year-old protector of Inazuma. Little do they know that the current ruler of Inazuma, the Rinn Shogun, residing high up in Tenshukaku, is no longer the same Archon who emerged victorious from the Archon War.
The campaign begins.
The Rinn Shogun is a
very
martial artist
awesome.
in pursuit of perfection, with a sole goal of achieving eternity. No matter who stands in her way to eternal euthymia, they have no chance against the divine punishment that shines down with her bidding. It was the Rinn Shogun who originated the Inazuman art of sword and polearm, as well as a variety of blade forging techniques. When ascending swords and polearms, the amount of mora spent by the Rinn Shogun will be decreased.
No.
The Rinn Shogun's normal attack can combo up to 5 strikes with her polearm, dealing physical damage. Holding the attack button consumes a set amount of stamina to perform an upward slash, dealing physical damage.
Okay, very nice, very nice.
Despite claiming to be detached from the mortal world, perhaps the Rinn Shogun still remembers her role as an Archon. She accrues the aspirations of all living creatures for her chakra desiderata. When party members other than her use their elemental bursts, the Rinn Shogun will build up resolve stacks for chakra desiderata based on the energy cost of the bursts used. Then, use up all the resolve accrued to empower her next elemental burst. The resolve accrued by chakra desiderata will dissipate once the Shogun is out of combat for a set time. The exalted Archon devoted to eternity. What caused her to stop in her tracks and listen to the wishes of her people? After unlocking the talent Wishes Unnumbered, the elemental orbs and particles collected by nearby party members will grant additional resolve for chakra desiderata once per set time period.
Okay. Very awesome character so far.
Upon tapping her elemental skill, the Rinn Shogun unveils a shard of her euthymia, dealing electro damage to nearby opponents, and granting nearby party members the Eye of Stormy Judgment.
Dang, okay.
When characters carrying it attack and deal damage to opponents, the Eye of Stormy Judgment will unleash a coordinated attack, dealing AoE electro damage. The characters who gained the Eye of Stormy Judgment will have their elemental burst damage increased, based on the energy cost of the elemental bursts unleashed. Thanks to the Eye of Stormy Judgment, the Rinn Shogun can aid her teammates without being on the battlefield, boosting their offensive capabilities.
Now you shall perish!
Gathering truths unnumbered and the resolve of wishes uncounted.
Dang. Okay, that was really cool.
Ooh! Dealing AoE electro damage, using Musou Ishin in combat for a certain duration afterward.
Oh, okay.
The damage dealt by Musou no Hitotachi and Musou Ishin's attacks is based on the number of chakra desiderata's resolve stacks consumed when this skill is used. While using Musou Ishin in combat, the Shogun's normal, charged, and plunging attacks will be regarded as elemental burst damage, and will be infused with electro damage which
Her attacks look really cool.
When such attacks hit opponents, she will regenerate energy for all nearby party members.
It's like every slash she does almost looks like the galaxy type thing. It's so cool.
Shogun's resistance to interruption is increased, and she is immune to electrocharge damage.
Oh man.
After unlocking the talent Enlightened One, if the Shogun's energy recharge surpasses a certain value, the surplus energy recharge grants her a percentage-based electro damage bonus, and more energy restoration while in Musou Ishin. The Rinn Shogun can accelerate the elemental burst rotation of her party while making the elemental bursts of her teammates more powerful. Such a seasoned leader like her remains fearless in the face of any encounter. In combat, the Rinn Shogun can use the Eye of Stormy Judgment to help teammates in difficult fights. When her teammates unleash elemental bursts or collect elemental orbs or particles, the Shogun gains more resolve for Chakra Desiderata. Wait for an opportune moment to unleash Musou no Hitotachi to deal lethal damage to your enemies. And enter Musou Machine to clean up
she looks like an amazing character.
Energy for the whole party. To enable a round of elemental bursts that will strike foes down as fast as lightning. Neighboring the Dark Sea, Inazuma has witnessed many a war. For the pursuit of eternity and the prosperity of Inazuma, the Rinn Shogun stuck stubbornly to her path. But what let some bloom made others wither. There is no
I haven't been to this area yet, but it looks really pretty.
Facing their fears, Archons and mortals are all the same. Yet Archons are born arrogant. By attempting to grasp the heavenly principles, she brought a disaster upon mortals. Perhaps some may say that I'm overstating what happened, but I'm just speaking from experience.
I cannot wait to meet her in my playthrough. That was awesome. Okay, this one's for Aloy. I love Horizon Zero Dawn, so I know that I missed my chance to get her in the game, but I really wish that I would have been able to get her as a character.
Was centuries ago. Imagine my surprise when I discovered yet another guest during my most recent travels.
Oh man.
A machine hunter, an outcast of the Nora tribe.
I love the Horizon games.
I cannot wait to learn more about her and her abilities.
And she looks cool.
Let's not dilly-dally.
They got her like the Genshin Impact
Aloy here.
style. I love it. I love it.
But my arrows are sharp and my bow's ready.
Nice.
Based on my observations, Aloy is highly proficient with a bow and arrow. She can limit her prey's mobility with the power of cryo, aiding companions in setting up ambushes. Rejected by her tribe since birth, Aloy gained her hunting prowess under the watchful eye of an experienced hunter.
Yes.
Like any successful adventurer, hunters never rush into danger. One must tactfully hide and wait to strike.
Okay.
When Aloy is in the party, animals that produce foul, raw meat, or chilled meat will not be startled when approached.
Oh, okay. Nice little
Normal
detail.
Attack deals physical damage and can combo up to 4 consecutive shots.
Okay.
For a more precise aim shot with increased damage, hold the attack button. Aiming will also accumulate frost on the arrowhead, which will deal cryo damage once fully charged.
Dang.
Tap Aloy's elemental skill to throw a freeze bomb in the targeted direction that
Ooh.
explodes on impact, dealing cryo damage.
That's cool.
When it detonates, the bomb will split into chill water bomblets that explode on contact with opponents or after a short delay, dealing cryo damage. Such an ingenious blasting design. When a freeze bomb or chill water bomblet hits an opponent, the opponent's attack is reduced, and Aloy receives a coil stack.
Man, that is awesome.
Her normal attack damage. When she has 4 stacks, the coil effect is removed, and Aloy gains Rushing Ice for a set time period.
Rushing
which
Ice
additionally increases her normal attack damage and converts her normal attack damage into cryo damage. While under the effect of Rushing Ice, Aloy cannot receive new coil stacks. Coil effects will be cleared once Aloy leaves the field for a set time.
Oh, okay,
After
okay.
unlocking the talent Combat Override, for a certain duration after gaining the coil effect, Aloy increases the attack of all party members. This effect cannot stack.
The hunt is
Interesting.
Aloy throws a power cell filled with cryo in the targeted direction, then detonates it with an arrow, dealing AoE cryo damage. An explosive infused
Okay,
with
that's
elemental
cool.
energy.
That's cool.
Remarkable. If utilized in the right time and place, its effectiveness will be indisputable. A good hunter can deliver a decisive blow or hold their own during a long battle. After unlocking the talent Strong Strike, When Aloy is in the rushing ice state conferred by Frozen Wilds, her cryo damage bonus gradually increases.
Dang,
Aloy
okay.
is a skilled hunter who moves with great precision, like a cat in pursuit of its prey. It'll be difficult to escape her attacks once she locks onto her target. Any foe can be conquered with the joint forces of her and her companions. In combat, Aloy often opens up with her freeze bomb and accumulates coil stacks while her teammates launch their attacks.
Man.
Once an opponent is hit by a freeze bomb or chill water bomblet, the party's attack will be increased thanks to the combat override talent. When Aloy reaches 4 coil stacks, she enters the rushing ice state. This makes her arrows even more lethal as they'll pierce enemies with biting frost. Combine
Okay,
this with
that's
the
awesome,
talent
man.
Strong Strike to constantly increase Aloy's cryo damage during rushing ice. When her energy is full, Aloy unleashes her elemental burst that wipes out opponents in the target area.
Dang.
I hope you found my research as informative as I did. As a sorceress, I love making new discoveries, examining all kinds of otherworldly things, and using that knowledge to create something new. Maybe Aloy and I are more alike than it may seem. Though she plays so many roles in her homeworld, Aloy begins her journey into Vat with a clean slate. She'll get to know new places, meet new companions, and reconsider what her homeland means to her.
Man.
With her survival skills, adventuring into Vat should be a breeze. If only she'd let me tinker with her bombs a little.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh man, that might have been one of my favorite ones, honestly. I love Aloy. I love the Horizon series. Oh, September unlock. Oh, apparently, yeah, you got it for free. If you did it when this came out. Obviously, I wasn't playing the game at the time, so I didn't get her. But let me know in the comments down below if you have her. When I was streaming Genshin last, we got on the subject of Aloy, and some of the people in my chat were saying that Aloy really wasn't the best character, and they could have made her a little bit better. And I haven't, until this, I haven't seen like her powers or anything. But she does look awesome. I will say she doesn't look like the best character you could use for cryo, but I will say she still looks pretty good. So let me know in the comments down below, what do you think about her, if you have her and you've played with her. So yeah, just let me know. I think she looks awesome. I really like the style they went with too. They made her in the Genshin Impact style, and it sounded like it was the same voice actress that does her voice in the Horizon series. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Okay, this one is for Kujo Sara, I think is what it said.
In the mountain forests, rarely appearing in human society. To live among humans as Kujo Sara does, not to mention serve as their army general, is almost unheard of. One wonders if, in her eyes, the profound seclusion of the densely wooded mountains and the eternity pined for by the Rinn Shogun bear any similarity to each other.
I will lead us to victory.
All right, Electro, okay.
As general of the Tenryo Commission, Kujo Sara is a fearless warrior and a formidable leader. As one of Tengu blood, she can summon the mighty power of Tengu Jurai to rouse her troops, as she leads them into the heat of battle. The Tengu are known for their agility, and Kujo Sara knows Inazuma exceptionally well, as her role requires her to move around frequently and rapidly. When Kujo Sara is dispatched on an expedition in Inazuma, she completes the task in a reduced time.
Ooh, it's about 25%.
Normal attack can combo up to 5 consecutive shots, dealing physical damage. Holding the attack button executes a more precise shot that deals increased damage. While aiming, crackling lightning accumulates on the arrowhead. An arrow fully charged with the storm's might will deal electro damage to enemies on impact. When Kujo Sara casts her elemental skill, she retreats rapidly with the speed of a Tengu, then summons the protection of the Crow Feather in the form of Crow Feather.
Okay, that looks sick.
When Kujo Sara fires a fully charged aimed shot, Crow Feather cover is consumed, and a Crow Feather is left where the arrow strikes. After a short duration, the Crow Feather triggers Tengu Jurai Ambush, which deals electro damage to enemies in its AoE, and grants the active character within its AoE an attack bonus, based on Kujo Sara's base attack. Skilled use of this technique allows Kujo Sara to rapidly evade enemy attacks, and also set the stage for a robust counterattack from an
Dang.
advantageous position. After unlocking the talent Immovable Will, after gaining Crow Feather cover by casting her elemental skill, Kujo Sara's aimed shots reach full charge more quickly. Kujo Sara is an intelligent and capable general. Troop morale is all the stronger just for knowing she is in command. After unlocking the talent Decorum, when Tengu Jurai ambush hits an enemy, all party members restore some energy, the amount of which is based on Kujo Sara's energy recharge. This
Oh.
effect can be triggered once per set time period.
Glory to the Shogun!
Kujo Sara casts down Tengu Jurai Titanbreaker, dealing AoE electro damage. Afterwards, Tengu Jurai Titanbreaker spreads out into 4 consecutive bouts of Tengu Jurai Stormcluster.
Okay, that was
dealing
cool. That was
AoE
very
electro
cool.
damage.
That was very
Both
cool.
Titanbreaker and Stormcluster can provide the active character within their AoE with the same attack bonus as given by Tengu Jurai Ambush. The attack bonus provided by various kinds of Tengu Jurai cannot be stacked. The effect and duration is determined by the last Tengu Jurai to take effect. Kujo Sara is a seasoned war veteran and a leader greatly admired by her subordinates. She uses the secret techniques of the Tengu to bolster her forces and empower them to win victory after victory. In battle, Kujo Sara must make deft use of her elemental skill to adjust her strategic position and use charged shots to trigger Tengu Jurai ambush, dealing damage to the enemy while providing attack bonuses to teammates, and restoring energy for the whole party. When energy is full, Kujo Sara unleashes her elemental burst to assault the enemy, and once
Dang.
again provide a Tengu Jurai
Okay,
attack
these been some
bonus,
great characters so far.
paving the way for her forces to swoop in and crush the enemy's defenses. As a Tengu raised by humans, Kujo Sara heeds the call of humanity, forsaking her own kind, to fight for the mortal world in battle. Perhaps those who achieve such outstanding feats are too satisfied with their own brilliance to realize that their god has raised them in a prison. Sometimes I cannot decide whether the greater tragedy is to have lost all one's own ambition or to have adopted the wishes of a god as one's own.
Oh man. Okay, yeah, that was another great trailer, man. Okay, this one is for Kokumi.
In the western regions of Inazuma lies Watatsumi Island, home to a culture and natural landscape unique in the entire archipelago. According to legend, Orobaxi was Watatsumi Island's guardian deity. Even after being slain, this god's will to protect the island flowed on in the Sangonomiya clan. The current heir to this bloodline is known as the Divine Priestess, Sangonomiya Kokumi.
All right.
All is accounted for. Let's move out.
Ooh, that fish is really cool.
Her role is to serve as the island's leader, as well as commander of its armed forces. Behind her delicate appearance lies the mind of a brilliant tactician. She is adept in harnessing the power of Hydro to aid her forces in battle. As their commander, she bravely leads her troops into the fray, sweeping away enemies like sand in the tide. Kokumi spent her childhood on Watatsumi Island. Playing among darting fish and rolling waves, she feels at home in the water. When Sangonomiya Kokumi is in your party, she reduces swimming stamina consumption.
That's actually
for
pretty
your own
useful.
party
That's
members,
really
making
useful.
exploration faster. Kokumi's normal attack performs up to 3 consecutive strikes that take the form of swimming fish, dealing hydro damage.
Oh.
Holding the
Wait, was
attack
that the
button
fish I was
consumes
seeing?
a
Was her
set amount of
attack?
stamina, and deals AoE hydro damage after a short casting time. Tap Kokumi's elemental skill to summon a Bake Kurage created from water that can heal her allies.
Okay.
This ability applies the wet status to
Like a
Kokumi.
healing jellyfish. That's cool.
The Bake Kurage periodically deals hydro damage to surrounding enemies.
Oh, and it does
while
damage.
also
That's
healing
even
nearby
better.
active characters. The healing amount scales with Kokumi's max HP.
Covenant of
Oh,
Kokumi summons the might of Watatsumi, dealing hydro damage to surrounding enemies,
I see
and
that.
dons her watery ceremonial garment. While enrobed in the ceremonial garment, Kokumi's normal attack, charged attack, and Bake Kurage damage are increased.
I see that. Almost double.
And she regenerates HP for all nearby party members when her normal and charged
Well, I wouldn't say
attacks hit
double, but it was
opponents.
better than normal.
Kokumi's damage increase and the healing amount both scale with her max
Oh.
HP.
Oh, I have not played that. That is a cool looking boss.
Additionally,
Okay.
Kokumi's ceremonial garment increases her resistance to interruption and allows her to walk on the water's surface. After unlocking the talent Tamanoya's Casket, casting Kokumi's Elemental Burst refreshes the duration of her Bake Kurage if already on the battlefield. In the pure glow of her water-woven garment, Kokumi draws power from the traditional song of the Divine Priestess. After unlocking the talent Song of Pearls, when enrobed by the ceremonial garment, Kokumi's max HP base damage dealt by her normal and charged attacks is further increased by an amount that scales with her own healing bonus.
Okay. Not bad, not bad.
Kokumi plans meticulously for every battle she faces.
Flawless
Her
strategy.
thorough attention to detail ensures that her forces will emerge victorious. Sangonomiya Kokumi sacrifices Grip Rate to increase her healing bonus. Matched with her talent Song of Pearls, she offers stability in any conflict. In the chaos of battle, victory and defeat can hinge on a single moment. Versed in the art of war, Kokumi knows to stay calm and composed as she develops her winning strategy. The survival of her forces being a key part of her ability to seize the moment of victory. In battle, Kokumi uses the Bake Kurage summoned by her elemental skill to recover HP for her teammates, and set up perfect conditions for hydro-elemental reactions, assisting her allies on the offensive. When needed, she personally joins the fray to unleash her elemental burst, strengthening her abilities with the ceremonial garment.
Okay, makes sense.
Then, with the aid of her teammates and her Bake Kurage, she attacks like a tidal wave, overwhelming the enemy and securing victory.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, very cool character.
Long ago, a god defeated the enemies from the deep and raised the people of Watatsumi from the desolate seabed. Later, another god vanquished their beloved Watatsumi Omikami, leaving the deathly Tataragami in its wake.
Oh, no.
If you were to liken human history to a great battle, the actions of gods would seem as difficult to predict as the weather, a capricious variable. Faced with such turbulent storms, who knows how long this girl who carries a divine will can protect the people of this island.
Oh, man. Yeah, that was another good one, man. Very good, very good. Okay, this one is for Toma.
Strict regulations govern everything in Inazuma. Outlanders looking for a home away from home face many obstacles here. So how did a Mondstatter called Toma earn a reputation
Oh,
as a local
Toma.
fixer
My bad.
and secure a job with the Yashiro Commission? Is this a testament to the Kamisato clan's magnanimity or to Toma's exceptional abilities?
Where we headed this time?
Toma is well connected and values his companions both in everyday life and in combat. He fights to defend the ones he holds dear. When crisis comes, Toma's urge to defend kicks in as he dons his armor and grabs his polearm to help his friends fend off their foes with scorching flames. He is someone that his team can always rely on.
The snap
Toma
and
takes to
swing.
new life skills like a fish to water. After arriving in Inazuma, he quickly learned how to partake of the bountiful blessings found in the nation's waters. After Toma becomes your travel companion, when travelers go fishing in Inazuma, there is a certain chance to receive double the catch with Toma's help. Toma's normal attack can combo up to 4 strikes, dealing physical damage. Holding the attack button, Toma consumes a certain amount of stamina to perform a charged attack. lunging forward and dealing physical damage to enemies in his path. Tap Toma's elemental skill, and he vaults forward with his polearm to deliver a
very nice.
flying kick.
Very awesome looking
dealing
attacks,
AoE
of course.
pyro damage, while also summoning a defensive blazing barrier. At the moment of casting, this skill applies pyro to Toma. The blazing barrier absorbs damage and is especially effective against pyro damage.
Okay, well,
The damage
assume
absorption
that
scales
makes
off
sense.
of Toma's max HP. Also, when a new blazing barrier is obtained, the existing barrier's damage absorption will stack, and the duration is refreshed. The blazing barrier's damage absorption cannot exceed a certain percentage of Toma's max HP.
Oh,
covered!
When
Ooh,
Toma
okay, that's
unleashes his
cool.
elemental burst, he spins his polearm, slicing at his foes with roaring flames, dealing AoE pyro damage, and producing a scorching Oyoroi. While scorching Oyoroi is in effect, the active character's normal attacks will trigger fiery collapses, dealing AoE pyro damage, and summoning a blazing barrier. Except for the amount of damage they can absorb, the blazing barriers created in this way are identical to those created by Toma's elemental skill. After unlocking the talent Flaming Assault, damage dealt at Crimson Oyoroi's fiery collapse is increased.
Okay,
by an
makes
amount that
sense.
Scales with Toma's max HP.
Dang.
Toma's robust defense will not be torn down easily. It gets all the more resilient as the battle heats up. After unlocking the talent Imbricated Armor, when a blazing barrier is obtained or refreshed, the active character's shield strength is increased. Toma is a dependable companion. He ardently believes in defending others. Even in the fiercest of battles, you can trust him to have your back. During battle, Toma uses Blazing Barrier to protect other party members, allowing them to safely go on the offensive. When he casts his elemental burst, the Scorching Oyoroi provides both attack and defense. Party members under Scorching Oyoroi's protection benefit from increased odds of survival and can also trigger fiery collapses with their normal attacks. The pyro damage support that Toma provides in this way further enhances the party's attack capabilities.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, he looks like a great character.
As an outsider in Inazuma, Toma is often viewed as someone who doesn't belong. To this day, many believe the slander behind his back. But through his own hard work and the Kamisato clan's tolerant attitude, Toma has carved out a space for himself here, despite the somewhat hostile environment. Occasionally a thought crosses my mind. If one who has turned their back on the gods ever chose to follow them once more, would any such favorable treatment be extended to them? Regrettably, no opportunity of this nature exists, nor would I have the desire to take it. Over centuries
that's
of
pretty.
futility, I have at least learned one thing. So long as you have determination, you can always keep going. A defender's will is a precious thing, and hatred can serve to nourish it.
Okay, yeah, another awesome trailer, man. Okay, this one is for Iritaki Iru.
In recent years, the efforts of one young Crimson Oni have earned the loud and proud Arataki gang a certain measure of fame in Inazuma City's Hanamizaka district. Or perhaps that should be infamy.
One of the
Either
coolest
way,
looking characters to me
when
so
it comes
far.
to their founder and
I
leader,
cannot wait to
Arataki
unlock
Ito,
this character.
everyone has to agree he's one of a kind.
Arataki numero uno Ito here in the flesh.
Right.
If you claim you've never heard of the Arataki gang, don't be surprised if Ito takes it as an intentional provocation. In protest, he'll lift his hefty claymore and show off a few of his signature charged attacks, just so everyone knows who's the baddest Oni in town. Arataki Ito brags that with his Oni strength, even the sturdiest of trees can be felled. With Arataki Ito in the party, when your party members attack trees to obtain wood resources, they have a chance to get an additional log of wood.
Okay. That's cool.
Arataki
That's cool.
Ito's normal attack can
Fight
combo up
Club
to 4
legend.
strikes.
Okay.
When his second and fourth strikes hit enemies, Ito will gain 1 or 2 stacks of superlative super strength, respectively, up to a max of 5 stacks. For a short time after sprinting or using his elemental skill, Ito can continue his normal attack chain where it left off. When performing a charged attack, if Ito has any superlative super strength stacks, he will unleash Arataki Kesagiri slashes without consuming stamina. Each slash consumes 1 stack of superlative super strength. When the last stack is consumed, Ito delivers a powerful final slash. If no superlative super strength is available, Ito's charged attack consumes stamina to perform a single Saichi Monji slash. After unlocking the talent Arataki Ichiban, when Arataki Ito uses Arataki Kesagiri, he slashes with increased attack speed, and his resistance to interruption is also increased. These effects will be cleared once he stops performing consecutive slashes. Tap Ito's elemental skill, and he hurls Ushi, the young Akaushi bull and auxiliary member of the Arataki gang, dealing geo damage to enemies.
Oh, okay.
When Ushi hits enemies, Arataki Ito gains a stack of superlative super strength. Holding the elemental skill button allows Ito to adjust Ushi's throwing angle.
Okay,
Ushi
that's cool.
inherits HP based on a percentage of Arataki Ito's max HP, and continuously taunts surrounding enemies. When Ushi takes damage, Arataki Ito gains a stack of superlative super strength.
Oh.
Ushi will flee when its HP reaches 0 or its duration ends, and Arataki Ito gains a stack of superlative super strength as it leaves.
Okay.
Ushi is
And it looks like
considered a
that's
Geo
represented by the
and Arataki
mask on
Ito
his
can
back.
only
It's
deploy
just kind of
one
floating
Ushi
there.
on the field at any one time.
Oni coming through!
When Ito unleashes his elemental burst, he lets out his inner raging Oni King for a time, and wields his Oni King's Kanabo in battle.
Oh, okay.
For the
Very
burst's
nice.
duration, Ito's elemental and physical resistance are decreased,
Oh.
but his normal, charged, and plunging attacks are converted to geo damage that cannot be overridden.
Oh, that's cool.
Also, Ito's normal attack speed is increased, and his attack is increased, based on his defense. During the Raging Oni King state, when the first or third strikes of his attack hits an enemy, Ito gains a stack of superlative super strength. With adept use of this effect, Ito can overwhelm the enemy with more Arataki Kesagiri slashes, and vaunt the might of the Arataki gang. Ito's Crimson Oni bloodline is not only a point of pride, it's his source of strength in battle. After unlocking the talent Bloodline of the Crimson Oni, Arataki Kesagiri damage is increased by an amount that scales with Ito's defense.
Dang.
Arataki Ito's life is one where a new challenger could appear at any moment. But as a self-professed tough guy, he won't go down without a fight. No matter who the opponent, he's always itching to show off his awesome skills and attain victory with style.
He is one of the
During
coolest
battle,
looking characters I've
Arataki
seen.
Ito uses his normal attacks and elemental skill to accumulate stacks of superlative super strength, then batters the enemy with the Arataki Kesagiri charged attack. When his energy is full, Arataki Ito unleashes his elemental burst to enter the Raging Oni King state, greatly enhancing his abilities. In this state, Ito can quickly stack up that superlative super strength and use Arataki Kesagiri slashes to crush those who dare challenge him.
Dang.
Compared to his peers, Arataki Ito has led a colorful life and is familiar with the inside of a prison cell, fully qualifying him as the rightful leader of the Arataki gang. Though some may contest his way of handling things, the members of this young Crimson Oni's gang choose to follow him, despite the diet of grilled lavender melon. Well, it's one way of living. And ultimately, surviving on sporadic work and next to no mora is still an easier task than trying to deny your destiny.
Okay, yeah, that was one of the best ones. Yeah, that was awesome. He's just a really cool character from what I can tell. Okay, this one is for Garu.
In the vast
Goro?
and mysterious
Goru?
world of Tevat,
One of those.
there are as
I'm
many
terrible
ways of
pronouncing
life as
things.
there are people. Some heed the call of duty, others the call of freedom. Some follow their beliefs, others their talents. A few trust their instincts and rise to shoulder great responsibility. A prime example being General Goro of Watatsumi Island. Since
All
you
right.
never know what the enemy might throw at you, the key to surviving the chaos of battle is being able to adapt in the moment.
All right, I actually have this
You
character.
never know what's
I
around the
pulled this
corner.
character not that long ago, and I haven't
Goro has
really
endured countless
used the character
battles in
yet.
his time, and this experience has taught him one important lesson. However strong you may be, war is never a one-man job. As a
Ooh,
commander, Goro is constantly looking out for his troops, offering his protection and support, right alongside them on the front line.
that's awesome, man.
Goro has always
Seeker
loved
of
the great
shinies.
outdoors. His keen sense of smell makes him an expert at tracking down resources. When Goro is in your party, the location of resources unique to Inazuma will appear on your minimap, making
Oh.
it easier to gather supplies.
Okay, yeah, that's super useful.
Goro's normal attack can combo up to 4 consecutive shots, dealing physical damage. With a charged attack, Goro executes a more precise aimed shot that deals increased damage. While aiming,
That looks really
stone
cool.
crystals accumulate on the arrowhead. A fully
Rocks are
charged
just like
arrow will
floating
deal
around.
geo
That's pretty
damage.
cool.
Tap Goro's elemental skill to employ Inuzaka all-round defense, dealing AoE geo damage, and erecting a general's war banner. Hold the skill to adjust the banner's position. The general's war banner provides buffs to active party members within its AoE,
Okay.
and the more geo characters in the party, the stronger the buffs.
Oh.
If the party contains 1 geo character, the buff is Standing Firm, which increases the active character's defense.
Okay.
If there are 2 geo party members, the buff is Impregnable, increasing both defense and resistance to interruption.
Ooh.
And if there are 3 geo party members, the buff is Crunch, which increases defense and resistance to interruption, while also providing a geo damage bonus.
Oh man. Okay. That's pretty cool though.
Goro can only deploy a single general's war banner at any given time. Also, characters can only benefit from 1 general's war banner at a time. Any active buffs will be cleared shortly after the character leaves the banner's AoE.
Okay. Okay.
Everyone on me!
Goro displays his general's valor, dealing AoE geo damage and creating the General's Glory field to embolden his comrades.
Ooh.
General's Glory
Okay, that's
provides the
really
same
cool. I love
buffs as
that.
The General's War Banner created by Goro's elemental skill. Various buffs are provided to the active character in the skill's AoE, based on the number of geo characters in the party. But this field moves with the active character. At regular intervals, a crystal collapse occurs, dealing AoE geo damage to 1 enemy within the field, and pulling an elemental shard from the crystallize reaction to the active character's location. When Goro uses his elemental burst, if there is a general's war banner on the field, it will be destroyed. Also, while General's Glory is in effect, using Goro's elemental skill will not create a General's War Banner.
Oh.
After unlocking the talent Heedless of the Wind and Weather, all nearby party members receive a temporary defense boost.
Nice.
After Goro uses Juga, Forward unto Victory.
Very nice.
For the gifted to find their true calling, someone must first recognize their talent. Goro knows this well. He is eternally grateful and staunchly committed to Watatsumi Island's defense. After unlocking the talent A Favor Repaid, Goro's elemental skill damage, burst damage, and crystal collapse damage are all increased by an amount based on his defense. Goro's unique skill set provides excellent support to Geo Party members. Deploying the General's war banner to establish an optimal formation before launching the offensive is the core of Goro's prowess as a general. When he joins forces with other Geo comrades, his General's war banner provides a diverse array of buffs, aiding the party both in offense and in defense. When his energy is full, unleash Goro's elemental burst to establish the General's glory field, creating the perfect moment to attack and inspiring the whole party to press forward unto victory. Whether they seek it or not, those of exceptional ability and character tend to gain the trust of the masses. For Goro, this trust serves both as a confirmation of his abilities and motivation to hone them continuously. But the cost of being someone that everyone relies on is the burden of responsibility that it brings. Everything from helping the troops with their daily struggles to keeping Watatsumi Island safe and secure ultimately falls on Goro's shoulders. Time and fate treat such notions with contempt, which can make the burden unbearably heavy. If one day the world is turned upside down,
that is pretty.
will his instincts
That is
and
really pretty.
determination alone provide him with enough strength to keep carrying the load he bears?
All right, not a bad character at all. I cannot wait to try this character out. Okay, and this one is for
Although the
Shenhe.
paths through the lofty peaks of Jueyun Karst are arduous, there are always bright-eyed mortals who come seeking the adeptal path. For all their ambition, most mere mortals cannot fathom the way to the Adepti, and return from their fruitless journeys disappointed. Yet those fortunate enough to encounter some hardship may suddenly find themselves being rescued by a divine young lady. Stunned by the elegance of their silver-haired savior, they hastily begin bowing excitedly in reverence and adulation, only to find their Adeptus rescuer remain indifferent, and leave without even a second glance.
I will do as you command.
All right, another cryo character.
Though Shenhe is often mistaken for an Adeptus, she is actually a mortal, albeit one who is an accomplished Adepti disciple. Being naturally gifted, and having learned polearm combat and various adeptal arts from her masters, exorcising evil spirits is a mere trifle to her.
Oh, okay.
Under her master's tutelage, Shenhe trained diligently, producing impressive results. When Shenhe is dispatched on a 20-hour expedition in Liyue, she will obtain increased rewards.
25% more rewards. That's pretty cool.
Shenhe's normal attack can combo up to 5 strikes with her polearm, dealing physical damage. Shenhe's charged attack consumes a set amount of stamina to lunge forward, dealing damage to enemies in her path. When she casts Spring Spirit Summoning, Shenhe grants all nearby party members the Icy Quill effect, and deals cryo damage in different ways based on whether the skill is tapped or held. When tapped, Shenhe will rush forward with a Talisman Spirit, dealing cryo damage to enemies along her path.
Man,
When
okay.
held,
That's cool.
Shenhe commands her
That's cool.
Talisman Spirit to deal AoE cryo damage to surrounding enemies. When party members are affected by Icy Quill, normal, charged, and plunging attacks, elemental skills, and elemental bursts that deal cryo damage to enemies deal increased damage based on Shenhe's current attack. The Icy Quill's effect will be cleared once its duration ends, or after being triggered a certain number of times. When the skill is held rather than tapped, the effect lasts longer and can be triggered more times. When a party member with the Icy Quill effect deals an instance of cryo damage to multiple enemies, the effect is triggered multiple times, according to the number of enemies hit. The number of times Icy Quill's effect is triggered is calculated separately for each party member. After unlocking the talent Spirit Communion Seal, when Shenhe casts Spring Spirit Summoning, she grants additional effects to all nearby party members. Tapping the skill increases their elemental skill and elemental burst damage, while holding the skill increases their normal, charged, and plunging attack damage.
Cryo Incarnate!
Shen He unleashes the power of the Talisman Spirit, allowing it to roam free, dealing AoE cryo damage. The Talisman Spirit then creates a field, which decreases the cryo and physical resistance of enemies within, and also deals periodic cryo damage to them. After unlocking the talent Deific Embrace, an active character within the AoE of Divine Maiden's Deliverance will gain a cryo damage bonus.
Alright.
Shen He is fated to bear the curse of calamity. As cautioned by the Adepti, she is careful to avoid harming the innocent. But as for those with malicious intent, she's only too happy to put them in their place by giving
Only
them a
too
taste
happy.
of the Adepti arts. Shen He's Spring Spirit Summoning is the core of her skill set, offering support to other Cryo Party members with the Icy Quill effect. In battle, proficient use of her elemental skills Tap and Hold effects allows Shen He to shine by enhancing the party's attack capabilities.
Ooh, okay, okay.
When energy is full, Shen He unleashes her Elemental Burst, decreasing enemies' cryo and physical resistance, and creating the opportune moment to defeat the weakened enemies.
Alright.
Liyue Harbor is known as a bustling melting pot of a city, ready to welcome any and every lonely figure. But if Shen He truly wishes to rejoin human society, there is much she will have to learn. Even I myself do not relish the solitary life I lead. When others are fortunate enough to meet a companion for their journey, I sincerely wish them the very best. After all, to this day, I hold that people should be authors of their own fate, both the crane ready to make peace with the past, and the beast with a grudge to bear, have the freedom to make their journey home.
Alright, that was an awesome trailer round. Or collective miscellany, I should say. Alright, this one is for Yunjin, I
I've
believe.
always been fond of Liyue opera. The reason? Only through these old tales from eons ago can they witness the legendary feats of the Adepti. But ever since the young Yunjin became director of the Yunhan Opera Troupe, not only has she excelled in classical Adepti-style opera, but she has also brought her own original stories to the stage, recounting tales of the common folk. It is often said that listening to Ms. Yun's new operas is like unwrapping a gift box. Anticipation followed by sheer delight.
Which opera shall
Oh,
we
a
perform
Geo
today?
character. Okay, okay.
Fans of Liyue opera all agree that Yunjin has boundless talent, performing admirably both on the stage and on the battlefield. When defending herself from the enemy, Yunjin deftly adapts the techniques of stage combat, turning defense
Ooh, I really
into
like her
offense and
her
putting on a
weapon.
show her enemies won't forget in a hurry. In order to
Light
satisfy her
nourishment.
appetite while maintaining a perfect figure and singing voice, Yunjin developed a certain knack for cooking. When Yunjin achieves perfect cooking on dishes with adventure-related effects, she has a certain chance to cook double the amount.
Okay, I love that one. That one's awesome.
Yunjin's normal attack can combo up to 5 strikes, dealing physical damage. Yunjin's charged attack consumes a set amount of stamina to lunge forward, dealing physical damage to enemies in her path. Tap her elemental skill, and Yunjin strikes from a cloud-grasping stance, dealing geo damage. When the skill is held, Yunjin adopts the opening flourish stance and charges up, forming a shield. The shield's damage absorption scales off Yunjin's max HP, and has increased effectiveness against all elemental and physical damage.
Ooh.
When the skill is released, its duration ends, or when the shield breaks, Yunjin will unleash the charged energy as an attack, dealing geo damage. Based on the time spent charging, the attack will unleash at charge level 1 or charge level 2.
Okay, okay, I
After
see
unlocking
that.
the talent true to oneself,
It has a really awesome weapon, man. The design on that thing is sick.
Will unleash its level 2 charged form.
Oh, I love that boss. One of my favorite bosses.
Yunjin to effectively fend off enemy attacks and strike back.
Break a leg!
Cliff Breaker's
Unleashing
banner.
Yunjin's elemental burst deals AoE geo damage, and grants the Flying Cloud Flag formation to nearby party members. When characters with Flying Cloud Flag formation deal normal attack damage to enemies, they will deal bonus damage based on Yunjin's current defense.
Oh.
The effects of Flying Cloud Flag formation will be cleared after a set duration, or after being triggered a set number
Oh
of
man,
times.
that looks so
When
sick.
one normal attack hits multiple enemies, the effect is triggered multiple times according to
Oh
the
man,
number
I
of
love
enemies
Noelle
hit.
as well. Noelle
The
was a
number
really
of
great
times triggered
character.
is counted independently for each member of the party. After unlocking the talent Breaking Conventions, the normal attack damage bonus granted by Flying Cloud Flag formation is further increased. The more elemental types among your party members, the greater the increase. Unlike on the stage, there is no script to rely on in battle. But in Yunjin's mind, unexpected enemies serve as her best rehearsal partners, providing fresh inspiration with their unscripted attacks. In battle, Yunjin must make deft use of her elemental skill. She waits for the moment and counterattacks when the enemy is vulnerable to gain the upper hand. When her energy is full, Yunjin unleashes her elemental burst, granting nearby party members the Flying Cloud Flag formation, increasing her teammates' normal attack damage, and helping them to finish off their enemies. Compared to a lifetime, a single opera performance is short-lived. And against the vastness of history, mortal lives are like walk-on parts in a grand play, drops in a boundless ocean. However spellbinding the performance, the curtain call will come and the audience will leave. Perhaps this is why Yunjin incorporates the details of ordinary lives into her scripts, portraying the trials and tribulations of the
Oh man, another great character here.
alongside grand tales of gods and adepti, preserving their stories in operatic form to honor the human experience for generations to come. I happen to know a story about the heavenly principles and mortals, about cataclysm and peace, curse and devastation. If I were to share this story with Yunjin, I do wonder how her theatrical interpretation would turn out.
Oh man. Okay, another awesome video. Okay, this one is for
Yimiko
Yimiko.
is a divine kitsune. As the Electro Archon's
Oh, her
familiar
character trailer was
and Fuji
awesome.
of the Grand Narukami Shrine, her dignified presence commands
Oh,
awe
that
and
looks
respect.
sick.
But as chief editor of the Yai Publishing House, and a patron and participant of festivities, her crafty tone keeps you guessing. This leaves many uncertain of how to deal with the majestic but mystifying Miko. In reality, however, if you want to make Lady Guji smile, you needn't deliver an eloquent speech. You simply need to say these 4 magic words. Something amusing just happened.
Whatever would you do without me?
All right, another
In
Electro
Yimiko's eyes, shooing
character.
away pesky intruders is a tedious task that does not require her personal involvement. She can leave this to the Kitsune spirits. Only when her curiosity is aroused will Yimiko show her fabled fox form and summon lightning plummeting from above. It's said that those lucky enough to witness this spectacle never live to tell of the tale.
Man.
With her age and experience, Yimiko is one of the most learned in the land. Even if the spur-of-the-moment stories she enjoys telling make this hard to believe. When Yimiko crafts character talent materials, there is a chance to obtain 1 extra random item of the same region.
Ooh. Okay.
This item
Okay.
has the same rarity as the material consumed.
Okay, that's not bad at all.
Yimiko's normal attack performs up to 3 consecutive attacks, dealing electro damage. Her charged attack consumes a set amount of stamina and
Ooh,
deals
I like
AoE
that.
electro damage
That's really
after
cool.
a short casting time. Tap her elemental skill, and Yimiko moves swiftly, leaving behind a Seisho Sakura. While on the field, it periodically strikes one nearby enemy with lightning, dealing electro damage. This skill has 3 charges, and a maximum of 3 Seisho Sakura can exist at
Okay,
one
that
time.
is cool.
If another Seisho
That is
Sakura
cool.
is nearby,
Oh,
its
man,
level
look
is
at that.
increased, meaning its lightning strikes deal more damage. Initially, Seisho Sakura are created at level 1, and the maximum level is 3. By strategically spacing the Seisho Sakurai, Yimiko can quickly create an ideal formation to increase their
Man, that
damage
is awesome.
and put her enemy
That
in
is
a
super
difficult
cool.
position. When the Guji of the shrine recites a blessing, thunder roars in response. After unlocking the talent Enlightened Blessing, Seisho Sakura damage is increased, based on Yimiko's elemental mastery.
I'm always watching.
Ooh, okay. That was awesome.
Yimiko unleashes her elemental burst. She summons a lightning strike, dealing AoE electro damage. When cast, Yimiko unseals nearby Seisho Sakura, destroying their outer forms and transforming them into Tenko Thunderbolts, dealing further AoE electro damage. For each Seisho Sakura destroyed in this way, one Tenko Thunderbolt strikes out. After unlocking the talent, the Shrine's Sacred Shade, when Yimiko casts her elemental burst, each Seisho Sakura destroyed resets the cooldown for one charge of her elemental skill. Don't let Yimiko's graceful outward appearance fool you into thinking she is gracious in temperament, for that would be a fatal error.
Oh,
During battle,
ooh, what is
Yimiko
that? I
does
have not
think
seen
twice
that
before
yet.
unleashing Seisho Sakura. She
Oh,
ensnares
that
the enemy in a
that
perilous
enemy
position,
looks sick
dealing
though.
damage and creating opportunities for teammates
Some
to
kind
attack.
of wolf or dog or something,
When
but
energy is full, Yimiko unleashes
it's
her
definitely
elemental
got
burst,
something up with it
unsealing
there.
nearby Seisho Sakura, and summoning Tenko Thunderbolts to make sure these tiresome foes disappear for good. In storytelling skill, the writers of the Yaya Publishing House are my superior. When I get talking, I tend to speak of true historical events. But under Chief Editor Yaya's guidance, works of sheer fantasy thrive, accounting for the vast majority of popular light novels. Maybe in another few centuries, archaeologists will find books filled with pure fiction, mistake them for rare historical records,
Ooh, that looks
and draw
creepy.
all kinds of conclusions from them. Perhaps by then, the truth of the past will be consumed as entertaining fiction. Its only purpose, to meet people's need for novelty. Save for the sneering of the kitsune, all that will remain is the despairing sighs of the long forgotten.
All right, that one was awesome. That character is amazing. Okay, guys, that's how I'm going to end the video. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit it with a like. It really helps out the channel here. If you want to see me continue to watch these, just let me know in the comments down below. I think we still have about 25, I want to say, left. So just let me know and we'll continue to watch these. And that's all I got for you, man. So I will see you in the next video. And do not forget, it's Orc Army for life.